or, well, say a week, couple of weeks for Humphries if he could pick up yet another title here. But De Decker on 130, went for treble 18, couldn't find
90.
it. Leaves tops after 4 visits.
Yeah, usually a double 16-man might De Decker, but I think with that dart
98.
potentially causing an issue, he's ended up on tops. Little change of the angle of attack.
20.
Does not bear fruit.
An outside opportunity that now becomes a more realistic. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. He can't believe it. I thought the picture had frozen there. The world #1 misses a big number, and De Decker is inside double 10. Is that a marker?
50.
Oh, no. So 6 missed darts by De Decker in the opening leg.
Game shot.
I think that goes down as a steal, Mr. Dawson.
Yeah, it certainly does, against the darts as well. Luke Humphries had a slice or two of fortune in winning the opening night of the Premier League in Belfast last Thursday. He was good, don't get me wrong, and his finishing was excellent.
59.
Missed his first 4 darts at double of the night, then hit 75% for the rest of the night, including a whole load of big combination finishes.
57.
But today, he's only averaging about 93, 94 for the day. He has survived a whole bunch of match darts against Rusty Jake Rodriguez. So he has not been brilliant, and yet he finds himself 1-0 up with a break in the last 16. Got to take your chances when you do get that fortune.
Exactly. Exactly. And Humphries won't be flustered by the fact that he's not been at his best. He'll just be taking it one game at a time. Got a little bit of trouble with his... Well, he's changing his flights here. He's clearly not happy with something. Leads by a leg to 0.
85.
Always interesting. I mean, you've seen many Players' Championship events, but they're always interesting this time of day. There's plenty of big names gone out. There's still plenty of big names
55.
remaining, and then there's players like Carl Sneed who are making their way into the last 16, a name maybe we didn't expect to be there today, but he is there.
60.
Yeah, not a tour card holder. But he has played some good stuff today. Early stages against Rob Cross.
134.
As De Decker does get to a finish, Humphries should get to a better one from here. Oh, that's the dart.
45.
Oh, I thought the second dart was in the treble 20, but it wasn't. And so now they're level pegging.
Yeah, 155, not going to go, but it's left reasonably handy. Humphries looking for a big out of his own, and the shot is very much on. It is definitely on now. He's looking down at the bottom of the board, and he just can't hit the double 19.
The sort of stuff he was doing on Thursday night in Belfast. Right, De Decker yet to hit a double. That changes on double 10. To be fair, he did have enough practice at it from the opening leg, so 1 apiece with a break back.
Yeah.
6 visit to the boards, good enough to break the world #1.
Yeah, it is. That's not a bad way to start leg number 3. A maximum for the Belgian.
93.
Fair to say there's some messy stuff around in the early stages of these last 16 games.
57.
Decent start to the Gilding Clayton game where they're both averaging high 90s. What is Humphries doing with his darts? Well, he's changed flights again. Well, to be honest, I don't know if he's changed flights, so it's a completely separate set with a different setup. I don't know what his issue is.
94.
Well, De Decker has left the big fish. Humphries switches, now needs treble 20.
41.
Doesn't quite get it. So De Decker 6 darts from here. Saw Joe Cullen take out the big fish in over on streaming board 2 earlier on. Seen a lot of big finishes over on streaming board 2 today.
Well, Joe Cullen, his first round match against Greg Ritchie. Ritchie missed the ball for a 170 in the last leg, decided to win it. A couple of hours later, Cullen's still going. Oh, how about this?
96.
Misses outside on the double 8, Mike De Decker, but Humphries needs 3 perfect darts here. And he can't get it going.
No. So De Decker,
91.
who's been wasteful thus far on the outer ring,
Game
tidies
shot.
up with a nice shot at double 8 and leads by 2 legs to 1.
Hold a throw as these two average in the mid-80s, but you're going to get that with all the
58.
missed doubles we've had. But Humphries hasn't looked comfortable. He's evidently not settled.
75.
Yeah, elsewhere, Jermaine Watamina, 2-0 up over Ross Smith early on.
180.
As Humphries fires in a max.
Damon Etta is averaging 72 and is 3-0 down to
90.
Daryl Pilgrim.
Etta was,
Bizarrely.
yeah, I just watched Etta on streaming board too. His finishing was wasteful.
59.
He looked very sharp in the first couple of rounds, seeing off Gabriel. Well, first round seeing off Gabriel Clemens, and managed to get the job done against Kai Gotthardt. But he seems to be fading pretty fast, Damon Heta, today.
Yeah. Oh, Pilgrim
60.
having a good run here. Right.
Winner, that plays the winner of this, by the way.
77.
That could be a costly little bounce out. Humphries on 144 then. Great first start. And again, double 12. Just inside.
132.
Well, Mike Dedecker's had 2 darts on the floor in this leg. But he's still going to get a dart at double 13.
106.
And that wasn't enough in the end. Well, one of those darts are just stuck in a single. Oh, but it does not
No
matter because
score.
Humphries has dragged that down into double 10 instead of double 6. This is messy. Good job the World Grand Prix final one like this, isn't it?
Game
There we
shot.
go. Double 4 is there. 3 legs on the spin for Mike De Decker.
Well, he's had an opportunity in every leg, Mike De Decker. Nothing in the averages, but 3-1 the lead, and that Humphries bust
51.
score could well be crucial in the outcome of this game. Richard Veenstra fought up over Danny Noppert, and Luke Woodhouse and
83.
Wessel Nyman locked at 3-3 in the last 16 here in Wigan.
Yeah, Woodhouse has come from 3-0 down in that one against Nyman. Both averaging in the mid-80s. You're struggling to find averages in the 90s in this last... What is going on?
45.
They can't be tired. They've not been doing anything for weeks.
I think Jan van Veen won the opening leg of his match with Joe Cullen. He's with an average of 51.
82.
This is a strange old day in Wigan. And do you know what? There'll be some days when people are
85.
chucking in 107 averages all the way through, and the standard will be mind-blowing. And you get no extra money for that. Still 15 grand to the winner of this tournament.
93.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Doesn't matter what it looks like, just whether you win or not. And Humphries here looking to hit back on the De Decker throw.
100.
That deflection was a little unkind.
36 left. Of course it's 36 left. That is a picture-perfect 180. Something of a trademark for Mike De Decker. However, 167 will not go. It's a nice setup, but De Decker for a 4th consecutive leg against the top-ranked player in the world.
Double 9. Oh, now
18.
another wire kissed, but the wrong side. 2 14s. That looks friendly. Well, how's that not gone in?
14.
Unbelievable. Look at that. That's going to make a gif or a meme or whatever they're called these days, surely.
Both. I've never seen a man look so convinced. Luke Humphries has banished himself to the shadow realm.
14.
Mike De Decker continues missing. Luke Humphries has to recall himself in the realm of mist and shadows to try and win the leg.
Game
And he
shot.
finally does in this bizarre game between the best player in the world and one of the real rising stars. Well, it mightn't be rising. He's already risen. He's World Grand Prix champ. They're both averaging 82 and 83.
59.
Yeah, this is... well, let's be frank, it's not quite Premier League standard in football in terms, more maybe League One, League Two.
Well, hang on. Look, the question was about Mike De Decker not being included in the Premier League is scandalous. Take Humphries out of the Premier League.
81.
Richard Veenstra is our first player through to the quarterfinals. He has beaten Danny Noppert.
57.
And Flyers, who is an unseeded player, not in the top 32 in the Pro Tour Order of Merit, will face either Joe Cullen or Jan van Veen
96.
for a spot in the semis.
Yeah.
Those two currently averaging in the 70s against each other.
Yeah, that's in the same half of the draw as this one as well, so it's going to be tough for Veenstra, but he's through to the last 8. Player we've been waiting to really explode on the
57.
PDC stage. He nearly did explode on the PDC stage at the World Championships, of course, Richard Veenstra, when he was waiting
100.
for... Was it Mr. Toilo?
It was Mr. Toilo.
100.
Turn gets him down to a 1 treble combo. Important little passage of play, this.
65.
It does leave a finish. It doesn't require a treble. This is on. Surely not. Oh, that's
Game
disgusting.
shot.
That shouldn't be allowed. That is absolutely rancid from Luke Humphries. Big 7, treble 17 bull in a game where they have been dodging doubles all the way through. Ridiculous stuff.
58.
Well, that just sums up this game, doesn't it? And it's all level at 3-3, and De Decker missed a host of doubles to go 4-1 in front, and he might come to regret that here.
180.
Well, that's his 3rd maximum of the match, his 13th of the day. It's pretty much twice the number of 180s that Luke Humphries has managed to hit today. And nothing about the Humphries game has been particularly good today. But he's managed to see off
59.
Tita Skarnik, Rusty Jake Rodriguez and Mensur Suljovic. And he's in this game, one way or another, with Mike De Decker.
Yeah. Jermaine Watermainer has beaten Ross Smith 6-1. Watermainer averaging over 103. De Decker's in the red bit again here. This is a nice burst of
180.
scoring from the Belgian.
$135.
Double 12 is found.
Game shot.
Excellent leg of darts from Mike De Decker. 4-3. Is today the day that Jermaine Watermainer finally gets his hands on a PDC title?
137.
He has looked good enough to do that for quite some time now. The European Championship runner-up, of course.
140.
Yeah, he's had a good 6 months, but he, as you said, he wants to put a title
100.
against his name. And he's one of those players, I think if he actually does win one, he could go on a bit of a run.
57.
Humphries here, looking to hold throw and take us level again.
100.
Well, the last 16 might not be the greatest standard, Dan. As I say, that De Decker waxing his 5th 180 of the match. But they're all pretty tight games, aren't they, in the last 16 at the minute?
Yeah, it feels like this one is starting to
48.
settle down into a bit more the contest we kind of expected. Treble 18 and bull would have made it 5-3.
92.
Now, Luke Humphries. These are the shots that win you games. Good guide. It's not in.
60.
He's had a few darts today you thought have gone in, they haven't. De Decker inside double 16. This for a breaker throw to move within 1 of the match. Big dart this.
16.
And De Decker's doubling is not the real deal.
Are we going to be level again?
Game
are.
shot.
Luke Humphries makes it 4 apiece. First meeting of the year between these two. There were a couple of meetings last year. Obviously, the Grand Prix final, De Decker won, but Humphries beat De Decker
55.
at the Czech Darts Open in Prague at the quarterfinal stages, playing excellently.
134.
Advantage swings Humphries' way, but back comes De Decker.
100.
Luke Woodhouse leads Vessel Nyman 5-4. Darrell Pilgrim leads Damon Hetta 5-4. And it's all level. Andrew Gilding against Johnny Clayton 4-4.
140.
I mean, Watermaner was good. In fact, Woodhouse has just beaten Wessel Nyman 6-4 from 3-0 down.
180.
As De Decker makes it 5 maximums in this game, but he is powerless to stop Humphries getting some kind of a shot for the leg.
91.
Going to be a 136. And this would be for the break, and Humphries would then throw for the match.
56.
Not a great deal of pressure either here. Humphries then. Oh, first start. Surely he follows that one, and he does. 2-8 for a 136
Game
out.
shot.
And a breaker throw. Well, it's a second ton plus out for Humphries. It's the highest finish of the game, and it means now that Humphries is throwing for the match. It certainly started off as a slow burner, but there's been some good stuff at the end of it.
Well, whoever loses this game, particularly if it's Mike De Decker, having been 3-1 up and had opportunities for 4-1,
59.
he will feel that Humphries was there for the taking and he didn't put him away while he could. Because it has improved over the last 2 or 3 legs from both of them, to be fair. They've dragged their averages up by a good 7 or 8 points. But you would think either of these guys playing normally would have railroaded the other one.
Yeah, but I also think if it is Luke Humphries that goes, he must almost feel invincible, because even when he
85.
plays bad, he still wins.
Yeah, dodged some bullets against Rusty Jake Rodriguez. Won that Premier League night on Thursday.
96.
Somehow held off Johnny Clayton to win the Masters. Things are going Humphries' way. He's having the rub of the green.
140.
He is now 3 darts away from victory. Not the easiest finish, but
40.
that's a terrible last start from De Decker. So 6 darts at 99 for a place in the quarterfinals. 80 needed, went tops, so he will be back 4 tops for the match.
Yeah, pretty conservative effort for the tops. Just making sure if he missed, he'd missed inside, so he can come back with 3 darts at double top.
57.
3 darts at double 18 and double 9 for a 4-1 lead in this game, Mike De Decker. And he has just lost 6-4. The World Grand Prix champion is beaten by the man he took the Grand Prix title from. Cool hand Luke Humphries is nowhere near his best today. Just like Luke Littler, the world champion.